Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome to Rogers Centre here in Toronto, Canada, home of the 9-13 Toronto Blue Jays, as our 12-20 New York Yankees take them on in a battle of AL East foes. The Yankees' batting order is as follows. Center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury leads things off, followed by left fielder Brett Gardner, DH Alex Rodriguez, catcher Brian McCann, first baseman Greg Bird, right field Aaron Judge, third baseman Chase Headley, second baseman Robert Refsnyder, and shortstop Didi Gregorius rounds things out. While on the mound for the Blue Jays is the man at a Duke, Marcus Stroman, 0-3 on the season, struggling so far with a 6.41 ERA in 4 games started so far in 2016. Making his way to the plate now to lead off this ballgame is the center fielder Jacoby Ellsbury, hitting .265 on the season, leading this Bombers team in stolen bases as well. So Stroman sets. Here comes the first pitch of the ballgame, and it's taken for a strike. 94 on the gun. Count runs to 0-2 now. Here it comes from Stroman. That's cut through the up and cheese. Ellsbury goes down swinging as he's retired. One down. Next batter up is Brett Gardner, hitting 9 for 21. That is a .420 batting average during his 5-game hitting streak that he's on currently. And the first pitch is cut through. 96 high cheese. First strike. Count runs to 0-2 now. Here comes the pitch from Stroman. That's chopped past the first baseman Encarnacion. Diving play from Travis, but Gardner beats it out at first base. A+ for effort to Devin Travis at second base, but pitcher was not there to cover, so Gardner has himself an infield single, and now the struggling Alex Rodriguez digs in with 1 out. Stroman sets at the belt. Here comes the pitch. Gardner takes off for second base. Grounded to third baseman Donaldson. Fires the first, and 1 is retired. That's 2 down. But Gardner moves up to second base as they have no play at second for the double play. And that will bring up the catcher, the cleanup man, Brian McCann, who is also struggling so far, hitting .192 in his last 6. Man on second, Gardner. First pitch cut on, grounded to second baseman Travis. He'll toss the first. The throw is a bit high, but Encarnacion comes down with it, and that's 3 down at the end of half an inning. We are still scoreless here at Rogers Centre. Welcome back to the bottom half of the first inning now, as the Blue Jays lineup is shortstop Jose Reyes, center fielder Dalvin Pompey, first baseman Edwin Encarnacion, third baseman Josh Donaldson, left fielder Andy Dirks, DH Deanna Navarro, catcher Russell Martin, right fielder Grady Sizemore, and second baseman Devin Travis rounds things out. While on the mound for the Yankees is Nathan Eovaldi, 1-2 on the season with a 2.01 ERA, very solid ERA in 5 games started so far here in 2016. Jose Reyes makes his way to the plate now to lead off the ballgame for the Rays, hitting .276 with a home run and 6 RBI in that leadoff spot. First pitch from Eovaldi is swung on. That's going to be well hit into deep center field. Ellsbury is there as he tracks it and retires Reyes for the first out of the ballgame on the first pitch of the ballgame for the Yankees. For the first pitch of the bottom half of the first direction, and next batter up is Dalvin Pompey. The center fielder's been tearing things up, hitting .368 in his last 6. First pitch in there for a strike. Changeup nicks the bottom half of the strike zone. 0-1 count. Eovaldi over the head, turns, kicks, fires, and that's going to be well hit to center field. Basically the same spot, and Ellsbury is there once again to put it away. And that is 2 down now in the inning. Reyes and Pompey go down easily. And now that brings up the first baseman, Edwin Encarnacion. 3 home runs, 8 RBI in the season, only hitting .219, however. Eovaldi over the head, turns, kicks, fires. First pitch misses the strike zone. Changeup cannot nick it. So the 1-0 count runs to 1-2 now on Encarnacion. The pitch from Eovaldi is chopped to the shortstop. Gregorius backhand fields it, tosses the first, and that's 3 down. And at the end of 1, we're all scoreless, 0-0. Yankees and Blue Jays. Welcome back to Yankees baseball here in the top half of the second inning as Greg Bird digs in for the Yankees. Leading off this inning, still all scoreless, 0-0. Stroman sets, kicks, turns, fires. First pitch to Bird in there for a curveball, strike taken. 0-1 count now, runs to 0-2. Stroman fires the 0-2 as Bird takes the opposite way that'll land in front of Dirks in left field. And Greg Bird has himself a base knock to start off the bottom half of the second. So he's on first, nobody out. That brings up the 6'7" mammoth and Aaron Judge, hitting .234 with 2 home runs and 8 RBI on the season. Stroman gets set. Here comes the pitch. And the first pitch is a slider, misses the outside half of the plate by a lot. So 2-0 count, Aaron Judge up in the count. Here comes the pitch, and he rips that one into center field. It'll land in front of Pompey as Bird holds up at second. That's a base knock for Aaron Judge, and it's first and second for the Yankees with nobody out to bring up Chase Headley, who's been tearing the cover off the ball in his last 4 games, hitting .467 in those 4. So runners on first and second, nobody out. Here comes the pitch from Stroman, taken for a ball. 96 fastball could not nick the upper in half. So the 1-0 pitch is taken into the right center gap. That'll roll to the wall. It's at the warning track as Bird rounds third. He heads home. He will score. Judge rounds third. He's going to score as well. And Chase Headley has himself a 2 RBI double as the Yankees jump off to a 2-0 lead here in the bottom half of the second. So Headley's on second now. Nobody out. Brings up Robert Refsnyder. First pitch to him is cut through. Curveball. First pitch strike. Count runs the 0-2 now on Refsnyder. Here it comes from Stroman. That's cut through the up away fastball. He goes down swinging. That's 1 down in the inning now. Headley still stranded out there at second base. Brings up Didi Gregorius, the 9-hitter, playing shortstop on the day. First pitch to him is grounded to the second baseman. Travis fields it, spins, fires the first, and that's 2 down. But Headley does move up to third on the play. And that will also bring up the speedy leadoff man in Jacoby Ellsbury, who struck out back in the top half of the first inning. And he has a chance to drive in a man with a runner on third with 2 outs as the first pitch is cut. Straight back foul. First pitch strike. Count runs the 1-2 now on Ellsbury. Here comes the pitch from Stroman. That's taken past the diving glove of Encarnacion into right field. Sizemore fields, but Headley scores with ease, as Jacoby Ellsbury has himself an RBI single, and the Yankees are up by a score of 3-0 now. Ellsbury extends his hit streak to 9 games on that single. Here comes the first pitch to Gardner. Ellsbury takes off. That's chopped left side foul territory right in front of the Blue Jays dugout as Russell Martin scoops and puts it away for the final out of the inning. But not before the Yankees strike for 3 on a double from Headley and a single from Ellsbury. 3-0 Yankees over the Blue Jays at the end of the top of 2. Welcome back to Yankees baseball here in the top half of the 6th inning. Marcus Stroman still on the mound for the Blue Jays as he's working against the catcher Brian McCann leading off this inning. First pitch is taken for a ball, misses the bottom half of the strike zone from Stroman. 1-0 count now on McCann. Kicks, turns, fires from Stroman. That's well hit opposite way. You can kiss it goodbye. Brian McCann. McCann can. Brian McCann with a solo shot. Oppo Popo. As the Yankees extend their lead to 4-0 here over the Blue Jays at Rogers Center. And that will end Marcus Stroman's day on the mound, as manager John Gibbons comes out of the mound, takes the ball away from him, and he'll bring in left-hander Aaron Loup for the 11th time this season, struggling on the season as a exactly 6 ERA. So here comes the first pitch to Bird, lefty on lefty, misses the strike zone. That was Brian McCann's 3rd home run on the season, by the way. Full count on Bird now. Pitch from Loup is popped into shallow left field. Dirks is under it, and he retires Bird for the first out of the inning, as Loup gets the job done on the lefty. Now they'll bring up the right-hander Aaron Judge now, who's 1 for 2 on the day. 1 out, Loup gets set at the chest. Kicks, fires, and that's first pitch swinging. Judge takes a rocket into center field, but Pompey is there to put it away. He tracks it down with ease. And that's 2 down here in the top half of the 6th inning now. And that'll bring up Chase Headley, who had a bases-clearing double back in the 2nd. Here comes the pitch from Loup. And that's well hit first pitch to left field, but it's right to left fielder Andy Dirks. He doesn't even have to move, and that's 3 down. Not before the Yankees strike for 1 on a Brian McCann solo shot. and the Yankees are up 4-0 over the Blue Jays at the end of the top of the 6th. Welcome back to Yankees baseball here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Yankees struck for 1 in the top half of the 9th, and it's 5-0 now over the Blue Jays. Not a save opportunity, so David Carpenter will come in as he faces Edwin Encarnacion. Carpenter has an ERA under 1. He has been exceptional all season long, 2-0 in 9 games. So 5-0 lead. First pitch from Carpenter. Encarnacion in there for a strike. 96 fastball, 0-1 count. Runs to 0-2 now in Encarnacion. Carpenter sets. Kicks, fires. And that's cut through the slider. That's 1 down here in the bottom half of the 9th. Encarnacion will take the walk of shame back to the dugout, as that brings up the cleanup man now, third baseman Josh Donaldson. 1 for 3 on the day. Pitch from Carpenter, misses the outside half, 96 fastball, 1-0 count. Runs the 2-0 now, Donaldson up in the count. Here comes the pitch from Carpenter, chopped down the third baseline, Headley fields, fires the first across the diamond, and that's 2 down in the bottom half of the 9th. 1 out away from closing out this victory over the Blue Jays. So the left fielder Andy Dirks digs in now. 0 for 3 on the day, with a strikeout in his last plate appearance. Here comes the pitch, and he cuts through the fastball. First pitch, swing and strike. 0-1 count now, runs to 0-2. Carpenter sets at the chest. Kicks, fires, and that's going to be taken opposite way into left field for a base knock as he keeps the inning alive. Andy Dirks trying to do all he can to keep his team in this ball game. He is on first, brings up the DH, Gianno Navarro. Here comes the pitch from Carpenter, in there for a strike, 95 on the gun, taken. 1-2 count now on Navarro. Carpenter sets and deals. That's going to be lined right at Didi Gregorius for the final out of the ball game. He puts it away, and the Yankees win. Ball game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win by a score of 5-0 over the Toronto Blue Jays, their AL East foe, as the New York Yankees improve to 13-10 on this season, and the Toronto Blue Jays drop to 9-14. Nathan Eovaldi picks up Player of the Game honors on the day, pitching 6 innings strong, only giving up 3 hits on the day, walked 3 as well, but only 3 hits is good. 2 for 4 on the day was Aaron Judge, as well as Brian McCann, who had a home run on the day. Chase Headley 1 for 4, but he had a bases-clearing double in the top half of the second. And Greg Bird even went 2 for 4, as Eovaldi gets the win, improves to 2-2 on this season, and Stroman continues to struggle for the Blue Jays, gets the L, and drops to 0-4 on the season. And with that being said, that'll wrap things up here for this edition of Yankees Baseball. I've been your host, JerseyBorn, and I'm saying goodbye.